So when you guys started like, how did it come up? Like, hey, you wanna trying to do some shit? Like, so how did that conversation come about between you guys? Obviously, you guys connected after high school and because of the video game thing. But when you all connected in RRL for the clothing, how did that come about?
So basically, this is about last year, literally, a year from like a couple days ago. I bought my first machine, and I was at home trying to figure out, like, I wanted to get into the fashion industry, and I was on the thinking that I didn't want to pay $80 for like something that somebody else is making where I can make it and wear it and call it my own. And, basically it means more to me than just wearing somebody else's clothes. So that's basically where it came in for me. Like, I want to start making my own clothes. So I ended up buying a machine, and I had a fashion show coming up. Shout out to Batty on the Budget for giving me that opportunity to have her models walk the aisle basically with my gear on. So I was in like trying to get in a creative space, and I was, like I said, by myself. I didn't have anybody to go to, and Danny having his own creative space. We finally just, like, we were talking on Discord, talking on Discord about it, and it was like, dude, we've known each other basically since high school, and we've never came together and actually made anything. We never shared this creative space together. Why not? Like, so literally, like, within the next couple of days, we came over and we just shared creative spaces, and it took off from there. But even before I got
that's actually that hoodie there.
Yeah, it's this hoodie right here. This is the first hoodie I ever made. It's trial and error.
Yeah.
Messed up on it, spilled bleach down the bag, still wear it and everything, because trial and error, and you got to learn from your mistakes. But I didn't even have a name.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. So, so did you already have the name before? Did you guys come together as far as putting the game together?
So when I was in the house, just thinking of what to call it, I would brainstorm names of what I think it should be called, and even in my notes till now, I put like 4 or 5 names that stuck with me, and I put them in there, and I, like, 3 months went by, I still didn't know what to call it. So then Versatile Breed was in there, and I would just say it, and it would just ring a bell in my ear, like, dude, this name is crazy. So when he heard it, rung the same bell, and
that shit sounds good, right? Yeah, that shit does sound good, right?
You run down the list. It was like sometimes you hear one thing and it sticks out.
Yeah,
the other. That was the one for me. When I heard it, I was like, scratch those other ones off.
This one sounds good. That's dope. What's it called? So, when you guys, you got together, this is one of the coolest things that I've noticed, that as I cross paths with people, and you have as well when in content creation and shit like that, you never know by having a small conversation with somebody what you might have in common interest with outside of how you guys met. You know what I mean? So this is like the dopest thing. I love hearing shit like this. That's fucking dope. You know what I mean? Oh, I was doing this. I was doing that. Hey, what's up, man? You want to do some shit? Yeah. And then boom, just like that. You know what I mean? Some people just gravitate toward each other for different reasons, man. And this is a perfect example of that shit.
Crazy to think that, because for maybe 6 months, every time he would go live, same thing with Styles. Shout out to Styles. I was in a Styles community before I was in his community, and then when he started streaming, I jumped over to his, and everything. When you're into games in common, it tends to take over the conversation.
Yeah,
especially when you chat.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you step out of that space is when you start to figure out people's other interests, just like you said, and then that's all it takes to be like, dude, I'm into the same stuff. You need to come over, and being that we're in the same town is so much easier.
Yeah.
Just maybe 10 minutes from each other?
That's crazy. So, what's it called?